All right, Motor City Riffs back with the wonderful band Stormstress once again, and they have just recently, they docked back in America for their Across Troubled Seas tour. How are you guys doing?
Man,
Great.
the tour was so amazing. We
Yeah.
definitely were not totally depressed when we came back.
You didn't dye your hair black for 2 weeks or something like that, and
Totally not.
Yeah, totally fine.
okay. Well, what are some of the highlights of the tour? Obviously, you guys did a lot, so
Oh man, it was
tell me.
amazing.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
Okay, I feel like we can just shoot out some stories. Okay, so we started in the Netherlands in Amsterdam. It was super awesome. It was so chill, and everyone was like so happy. Like they were just happy to be alive. Just it was nice.
Yeah.
This is so different.
You could feel the work-life balance.
Yeah, and it was awesome. Like we had a great show. The first venue was the Cave, and that's
Which was the one that we played previously.
Yes, so we got to go back there, and it was crazy because our old band sticker was still on the wall. Of course, put a new one there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was funny because when we got there, the bass amp blew up, and the bar owner was literally on stage, like soldering it live.
Okay.
And he got it working just in time for the show. So it was so rock and roll and chill. And then I have one more cool story from like the Amsterdam show, which was we met this awesome bass player at the bar there. I don't want to butcher his name. It's like Jurgen something. Jurgen or so. Okay, so like he's this amazing bass player, and he has played with Obscura and some other bands before. And he knew of our friend Chris Dovis, who we met like at Berkeley and in the scene and stuff. And we're good homies, so we sent a little photo like, "Hey, we met your buddy," and sent it back to him, and he was like so excited. So it was really cool. And we all like hit it off.
Whole world.
It's kind of a magical little thing.
It was crazy because like he came to the venue like just randomly,
just to
like it
hang.
wasn't for us. It just showed up, and then we were able to hang.
It
And
was so cool.
That's hilarious. Yeah, across the ocean, that's fine. Just random.
Yeah.
Happen to be there.
It was really cool. So, and yeah, Chris is playing with Testament now. Chris Dovis with Testament. And we went and saw them the other day and got us on the list. And the other bass player from this bass player duo that they're starting is the bass player of Testament. And so when we were there, we were like, oh my God, now we got to send a photo back to him of all of us. Anyway, it was a great show. Somebody else, let's go on another show. What else we got?
Well, I thought it was really fun that we got to celebrate you guys' birthday there.
So amazing.
Yeah, we got to celebrate our birthday in Amsterdam. I mean, come on.
Like we've had a lot of cool birthdays, but like
That was the best.
it's gonna be tough.
Probably. I have a feeling Maddie may be the more well-traveled person in that area of the world. Like, hey, we're doing this, we're doing this, and we're doing this.
It
Is
was
that kind of
amazing. We got Stroop waffles, like handmade right in front of us. It was amazing. It was just
We must have walked like 10 miles.
we did. We went
Just like exploring.
the red light district and everything. Like we went all out. It was such a good day. We even had a little barrel hot tub at the roof of the place we were staying on our birthday night. So we just
Hot tub party.
I mean, it was so cool.
It was incredible. Oh my God. Okay, so
And then I think it was sorry. You want to go, Ty?
I wonder if it's similar.
You go.
Okay.
I think it might have been the third show. No, it was the second show. Our green room at the show was this like medieval canvas tent.
Oh,
And the other band dressed up like Vikings. So like this tent that we were sharing with them was like full of shields and like microphone stands that were swords and stuff. It was just really cool. And it like started pouring while we were inside this little green room tent. It was just
that's not a tour, right? I mean, you wouldn't remember.
Right?
Right, yeah.
Battle
A rainy tent.
But you know, it's
And
crazy.
And then the guy that booked the event that we were staying with made mead, so we got some homemade mead at this like Viking-y green room tent situation. It was very cool.
And then the
good.
breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast.
The next
you go.
recording.
The breakfast the next morning was they cooked eggs and other breakfast foods
Bacon.
in the mead he made, the homemade mead.
Mhm.
It was so good. And I didn't know, like, I was taking a shower while they were making the stuff. So when I came out and I like scooped out some food, which was so nice of them, it looked like ground meat or something. And I was like, dang, this is so good. I like eggs, but not like that much. So like, but I love this stuff. And they're like, it's eggs. And I was like,
Oh,
this is so much better with meat in it.
And then while we were there, because we got to stay with the promoter, Underground Decibel, super awesome. And they also, where's the name of that? Oh yeah, we got to try homemade Belgian chocolate because their neighbor made it. And so we got to try some Belgian chocolate. It was completely amazing.
It was.
And then we walked around a castle.
Yeah, we walked around a castle.
Oh, what castle?
We walked around so many cool castles. It was a castle tour.
They just played music on the side.
Biggest question is, do you remember any of the names of the castles?
Arendelle,
England, Arundel in England, and Lincoln Castle in England. I don't remember the one in
the Belgian one.
I don't remember the Belgian one. So they
I don't
said
know.
the name and we didn't really. We just had to like type it in and we immediately forgot.
Castle,
yeah, and that was in the French side of Belgium, so it was really hard to get around. Except thankfully, Maddie is like our French expert translator.
It was really helpful.
Isn't too? I know for all the people who might be watching this who have never been to Germany, Amsterdam, London, any of these places. Don't we in America all drive ridiculously sized cars compared to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
We saw the tiniest, cutest cars. And
in Amsterdam.
We saw cars. Okay, so there's canals in Amsterdam. Canals. And there's no like wall or anything. Like you could just fall in.
If you wanted to.
But people are like parallel parking cars like right up on the canal. And I'm like, picturing the driver getting out of the car, like flopping right into the canal. Kids die in the canal every year in Amsterdam.
Oh, God. I've seen pictures of that. I always thought they were fake. So that's great. Great to know.
So cute.
That's real.
And Belgium has a French side and a Dutch side, and I think maybe also a German side. So after we played the French side, we went over to the Dutch side. And we played at this place called Ragnarok, and it was super freaking awesome. And oh my god,
the sound was amazing.
Sound was so good. Fog, lights, everything was on point. And this place, I mean, it was so cool. And the place surrounding it was like a farm. There was like these, like Ty got like snipped by a chicken. And I'm poking his
got attacked by a chicken.
These two ginormous dogs, and I love huge dogs. So I was like, hi, and I'm like, okay, we'll hang out later.
That's awesome.
But it was a really great show, and some people there were like, it's so nice to meet Americans and that aren't like
psycho.
They're like nice and friendly.
It was crazy. Like people, it's nice to meet real Americans, like real people, just good people. Not everyone is, I don't know.
They treated us so well.
Especially like social media, what people might think of us right now. So exactly what you could mean by that.
Oh yeah. So that was validated.
When we were in Belgium, we taught our friends. We made some friends with the bands, of course, and so we were teaching them some American words like bonkers and redonkulous. I just said it, and they were like, what's bonkers?
What is bonkers?
What's bonkers? And I'm like, it's like it's just crazy.
Wicked.
Yeah,
Boston Wicked.
Awesome.
Wicked awesome,
Change of country over there.
And on that Belgium show, the first Belgium show we did when it rained in the tents, it yielded a whole entire rainbow. So we saw a rainbow on tour, just like a perfect, beautiful. It was kind of like a double, almost a triple rainbow. You couldn't really see it in the photo, but you could see the main rainbow. And it's just like, it was just so beautiful. It was
amazing. Yeah, you guys saw
very
the most important part.
Yeah.
I did want to ask, well, because obviously then you went to
London. We went to England, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. Like, it was cool because like Maddie has some family there, and she had grown up there at some points in your life, and it was so cool. She was showing us all around and taking us all these really cool parts of England that like we never would have seen if we just like stayed in London the whole time.
And guess who didn't drive?
I see. Wow.
Or like
Maddie was driving. She was so brave.
on the American side of the road in the other in Belgium, and then in the UK she drove.
Had to switch.
It was so confusing.
And there's so many roundabouts, and the roundabouts are like, I mean, so creepy to go like this way around. I don't know if like this camera's really backwards, trippy. But like to go to the left around the roundabout. I had like nightmares about that for like 2 weeks after the tour.
Have you driven since, or you just I'll just walk? No.
Definitely. Yeah.
Back to the safe roads of Michigan.
Yes, the simplicity is nice.
There's so many straight roads here.
Yeah, nothing like.
And the venue we played.
No, go on, Maddie.
The venue we played at in London was the birthplace of Iron Maiden, which was really cool, and it was all set up with like Iron Maiden swag everywhere, and they had like Iron Maiden themed beers and like.
It was very cool. I got to take one home, like an empty beer bottle. She's like, "Oh, I'll take that." I'm like, "Can you wash it out? Can I keep it?" She's like, "I'll wash it out."
Of course. Well, yeah. They're like you said, Iron Maiden at Cart and Horses. I knew that's the first thing. I was like, "Isn't that like a pretty historic venue?" When I saw that guys on your tour list.
It was so cool.
It was awesome, and a couple of our friends, like a friend of ours from Berkeley, came out, who lives in England, and a friend that Ty made online came. And
we had like similar mohawks, so we bonded about it. And she lived and she actually came to the show, and she like
it was so fun.
It has the black and white mohawk.
Like her mohawks like up to here. And she like knew all the words to our songs. I was like, wow, amazing.
That's pretty impressive, actually. That's
I know, right?
And she's made it. Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool.
Pretty great. Yeah.
And it was kind of that show was kind of intimidating because so it was us, and then a Metallica tribute band and a Motorhead tribute band, and all the fans were kind of like scary old dudes, like, oh my god, they're gonna hate us, they're gonna think we're fake. And they loved it. It was so fun.
I could see them loving it. It's just a matter of starting to sing.
Right. Yeah.
If you start placing down some notes, they'll
turn around.
Like,
they turn around.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I mean, the tour was amazing. We had such a great time. It was awesome.
Yeah. So, of the venues, though, which one do you want to go back to most?
Ragnarok. That's
Ragnarok.
I know. I feel like the cave and Ragnarok are just like the cave is
I don't know, they were all so different. Like Horses was cool because it was historical, and like it was cool because it's in downtown Amsterdam and you just like walk out the door and there's a canal. And
so cool. I feel like if I could like take the Ragnarok venue and like put it wherever I want, that would be ideal.
So we dig the venue.
Lots of us. Well, great. I gotta ask too. So obviously, you guys go on tour. I know before you went on tour, you were hinting at new music, like in development at least. And then I know you guys got some stuff planned later this fall too. In September, you're going out to where in the U.S.?
We'll be going to out to Massachusetts, a place called New Bedford, and we'll be opening for Burning Witches. We've opened up for them before. They're really, really sick. Yeah. All female, like amazing. The vocals are like Judas Priest style, but like girl.
Very
it's
awesome,
like it's
heavy metal.
It's so good.
European outfit.
And yeah, and they're from Europe, and we're just really excited. It's gonna be sweet to play for them, open for them again, and like. It's going to be cool. And in the meantime, we're working on a new album, which is starting to come together in the creative side, which is really exciting. Starting to get a view of it, which is nice.
We have a Bandcamp week set up where we're just going to like grind out everything and like jam everything and get it all figured out. And then hopefully after that, we can go ahead and record it.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Guys, you guys got to get that out for me. I'm ready for it.
I know you're ready. I tell you, this album is just dripping with issues.
It's been a long time.
Anxiety, depression, and OCD, and all of our mental issues put into.
Well, I mean, I'd be laughing at it, but it's funny because that's like what makes such music so great, though. Like,
it does.
not to totally pivot, but I've been like randomly listening to a lot of Linkin Park lately, and it's just music like older Linkin Park, and it's music like that. Like you think those words mean nothing? Like no, there's tons of emotion behind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like even their music can be like fundamentally like simple, but like God dang, it hits. Like
Yeah,
it hits
like
you right in the feels.
like
Like
all this
ugh,
OCD, anxiety. So it's very real stuff that
there, yeah.
Mhm.
it hits people 10 times harder when you're singing it. It doesn't matter how you sing it. It could be a rap song, it could be a K-pop song,
Exactly.
or it could be a
Yeah.
vanilla song. And if you're singing about it the right way and it's a jam, then it makes it like a million times better. And that's something you guys do pretty well. I've noticed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, we like prior. Well, it's been a whole process, like learning how to just do what we want for us and create for us. Not like create for other people or create a
What we
certain way
think
that we
we
think that
do,
people
like,
want or whatever. Like,
Right,
and
like
so that's
mainstream music.
yeah, that's been a lot of like the mental health issues. Like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm
not
not
heavy enough.
big enough. Like none of it. And then, but we've been getting to this point where we're realizing like it's just about you creating you. And
No
I
one's
mean,
done that before.
there's so many songs that are like not fast and they're like very easy and are completely amazing because it's about the energy, it's about the lyrics, it's about the feeling. And so it's kind of been nice because I've had such a huge creative block for like years. I've just been dealing with so much mental health issues, and it's like it's been nice to finally get back into it, but it's taken a long time. Like,
A
it's been
lot. I can
it's been
imagine.
rough, but we getting there.
I can imagine for sure. I mean, it's not you're pouring your heart and soul into music. That's not like, yeah, quickly rush it. Come on, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not exactly. We
Yeah,
got a
at
deadline here.
Berkeley, at the Berkeley film scoring major, there was this saying that was like, "Do you want it perfect or do you want it tomorrow? Do you want it good or do you want it tomorrow?"
There was like affordable, on time, and awesome, and you pick two
Choose
of the
two.
three.
I have them all.
But as we're all like music school students, like I mean, I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but I can definitely say I feel like pressure to like be so incredibly amazing, complicated, and like all that stuff. And it's like, okay, we don't need to do that if the song calls for it, if we want to. But it's not where our worth comes from. And finding where our worth comes from has been a heck of a journey. We're still looking, but we're getting close.
That's. Can you tell me? Do you guys can you guys have any songs fully written and like wrapped up like a bow tie on it at this point?
So that one you heard at Riff Fest, I
Right.
Love How You Haunt Me, is like basically ready to go, which is cool. We're just gonna vibe it out a little more and find its like final place. And right now there's a lot of songs like on our end here at the lyric writing department, there's a lot of songs that we have full lyrics and like maybe a chorus and a verse that still need to like get the bridge together musically
Okay.
kind of deal. So but I'm just going to show you a quick glance so people can't totally see, but a little glance how well just how OCD we are. And we have a chart about too spoily, but we have a chart.
Okay. I'm looking. I see it.
No, we have a chart.
There you go.
And basically we have like the songs listed there and their vibe and their musical energy and their lyrical energy, and we like having that so we can like find the place where they belong and follow the story.
Sure.
It all makes sense. So I would say there's like a good handful of songs that have full lyrics, some that have
Almost full music.
almost
like,
full
almost.
music, but we haven't like physically played them together. And then
It's tough because, sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
I feel like you ask if the songs are done yet. I feel like when we've written songs in the past, we've been like, okay, this song is done. We're like ready. We're gonna play it live, and then we play it live, and we're like, wait a second. The live energy kind of changes the song, and like it's grown from there. Because there was this one song that we recorded before we even played it live, and at least for me, I played stuff in the recording, if you listen to it, that is totally different to what I do now when I play it live, because I'm just like, hold on, I'm feeling this energy now. And that's kind of changing the way the song goes. So I think, so we're doing this like band camp in August where we're all going to like hang out and just like jam on the songs. And we were trying to decide like what we should do about recording it. And we were thinking we should play some of the songs live first with the show that we have coming up in September to see if playing it live kind of morphs it even more, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, at least, I feel like the songs always change when we play them live.
I mean, that's
And
a
like
very
that's
sure.
yeah, like that's part of my process before I can record it. I'm like, we have to play this live first. I'm not sure if it's like that for other drummers, but I feel like I have to play a song live before I can like go into the studio and like record it how it's going to be forever, you know?
Yeah, well, I feel like
Like
music
there's
fans
that
always
live magic, you know, that you can't,
Yeah.
and like it's so true. Like, for example, Corpses Don't Cry from Silver Lining, we actually recorded that one first, and then by the end of the recording process we trashed it and redid it because we had changed the song by then.
And it's like
and
they
it's still
keep
different.
changing, yeah.
In fact, I don't know,
Yeah.
but like maybe one day, I don't know. We have like some like, oh, maybe we'll like do a deluxe album at some point, and maybe like re-record a couple of our faves or something, and it can be fun, like because yeah, they develop live, and that is kind of a special treat for this Burning Witches show that we'll be playing. Is that we're gonna be debuting a couple, trying out a couple of the new songs and seeing how they go off. So it's kind of exciting.
That's pretty awesome. I got one question, last question about the album. Not too much, but do you guys, when you write those kind of stuff, do you write them in any particular order? Like how, let me ask this actually. How, like when a fan's gonna listen to it, should they be listening to it 1 through 8 or however many songs you got on the project, or just go by name? Because I'm guilty sometimes of going, oh, I like the name of that song. Third one. Should they be going chronological? Like, no. You start at the top right there, sir.
I have 2 things to say on this. One, I love the I totally also like, oh, I like this song title. And with that in mind, I feel like every time we write a song, we okay, so a lot of I will say a lot of my songwriting starts with a title. And so it's kind of like, here's an interesting title to start. Now it grows from there. And then what if all the songs have a cool name that draw you in?
That's
then you gotta listen to it 1 through 13, hopefully. But also, you know, it's like our albums haven't been like a concept album specifically, but they definitely have themes, and we definitely like consider the growth and the like form of the album overall when we do plan those things, just like planning a set list.
Right.
Banger.
Yeah. Well, because like, you know, I mean, some bands will say it, and some bands will just outrightly say that. Yeah, no, we write them in order. Like you're meant to listen to it 1 through 14. And then
we definitely
bands,
don't write them in order. But
no, I know that. But I mean, like when you put it all together, and some bands are just like, you know what? I mean, this is our album. Listen to how you want.
Yeah,
It's like,
and it's great.
I feel like
we want every song to stand alone and in the context of the album.
That's a great way of putting that.
Thank you.
I feel like for the previous album, like for Silver Linings, we kind of had all the songs, and then from there we were like, okay, which order are we going to put them in? So like it was kind of like a last
thought there. Yeah.
Last thought. I don't do any of the original writing. I just kind of, the twins bring songs to me, and then I add the drums, and then I'm like, oh, we could kind of change the guitar a little bit here. But all of the like actual structural stuff of the song comes from the twins. So I don't know if when they're doing that, they're thinking of stuff. Me personally, I'm like, whatever. Song is a song, and we'll push them together at the end.
Honestly, so great.
I mean, that's completely understand. So, well, awesome. You guys got a lot of excited for all that good music and stuff like that. There's one more thing I wanted to ask you before I let you all go, or I guess touch on. I know, obviously, Pride Bus happening. I think even see some color schemes in the background of the twins.
Sure do.
And the band's been posting about it. I was just wondering if you guys, like, obviously, like Pride, holds a special place in your guys' hearts, or tell me about it, what it's like to be in a rock group, and that's kind of like, it's not a theme, but certainly like a strong like foundation of stuff like that.
Absolutely, and thanks for asking that.
Hand this off to our most queer member of the group.
Yeah, it's been a whole journey for me. So for Pride Month, I mean, we all obviously support pride, and
we love love.
We shoot for trying to be as authentic as possible, and like trying to be, true to ourselves. And it's obviously very hard, and we've all gone through some serious trials and tribulations relating to who we are and stuff like that. And it doesn't help being in the public eye as well, because then you have to, and you shouldn't have to, but I wonder what everyone's gonna think. And like basically, I was a girl at the beginning of Stormstress, and then transitioned like a couple years, or like a year into it, basically. So it started out like, it's like it's an all-girl band, and that was another thing. We always wanted like to have an all-girl band, because we just, like, girls are awesome. I don't know, different energy. And so I was like starting to kind of have some feelings about being trans. It's like really simplified, but but like, and I'm just like, oh no, like what if I come out as who I really am and people don't support the band anymore because it's not all girls?
Sure.
Which is like a very toxic thought, but that's what was going through my head. And I was so worried like people would like dislike the band after I came out as trans, or I'd get like hate mail or anything. But it has actually been pretty great. I'm so grateful for our fan base. I think we've cultivated like a really beautiful fan base, because everyone is just so supportive. And like, I was so scared, and some people close to us were like, don't do it, it's gonna mess things up. And then we did it anyway, because I needed to be me, and we all respect that. And these guys were just so supportive of me, and like, they never said anything about like, oh, then it won't be an all-girl band. Like, they were just like, yeah, dude, be you. Like, this looks good on you.
An all bestie band.
It's just like, just so much support. And like, I got so much support from the band fans and everything. And I just like, it made me realize that if you are true to yourself, the right people will be there. And if they're not there, or, if people suck, they can just go away and stop infecting your space. So yeah, and we've all played, and there's this there's this town at the Cape of Massachusetts, at the very tip. It's called Provincetown,
Okay.
known locally as P-Town. Just the tip. And like, we used to play shows there a lot. It'd be like bar shows, and we just like play for 3 hours at the lesbian bar, and like we made so many friends and fans through that. And it's just like, it's always been a special theme in our heart. And yeah, we're all kind of different, and it's just gotta like lay into it.
Yeah,
it's just the only way.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I certainly didn't. Well, by being at like Riff Fest last year, I mean, every fan I encountered, that definitely wasn't a thought that crossed their mind, or it wasn't a problem if it was.
Oh, that's nice.
It's crazy what your mind can do.
Right.
Real public can be like ruthless, but it's not real,
Right. And I did want to ask if this could be down the line. Obviously, I know you guys already got stuff in the works, but I'm wondering if that will ever like make its way into your music as either a song or maybe just inspiration behind a project. And like whether it's lyrically or just like maybe just one theme of a song or something like that. Obviously, it could be like a not ready point, but I'm just curious if that's something that might be possible down the line.
I'm just gonna say 100p. I'm definitely gonna write about this if I haven't already.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like a lot of the mental health issues,
right,
especially on your end, like were because of that, because of the gender dysphoria. And so like, it's been really awesome to see like this mental health like turn around for the better. And like, we both struggle with various things, but that gender dysphoria, weirdly enough, like, I don't know, Ty being a guy, everything just suddenly makes sense. Weird. It just makes sense. Because we've always been like opposite but similar, and now it's like to the core.
Love it.
It's crazy. It's like identical twins. We split from one egg, but identical twins are typically the same gender, born anyway. And we have this kind of unique, rare, crazy thing. I don't know. We're like, we get to be like genetically identical twins, and we each like, I get to fully embody the feminine, and he gets to fully embody the masculine, like we've always kind of wanted. Right. And we don't, like, a lot of our life has been like, oh, we got to be the same. We got to be the same.
Can I mention something about this quick?
Yes, please.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. But I don't remember if it was at the beginning of Stormstress or like at the end of the previous band we were in, but the twins were always like well, I want my hair shorter. Oh, well, I want my hair longer. So I guess we need our hair to be in the middle. And they wanted to be so similar, and now it's like, wow, you can each do your own thing, and it's like crazy.
Amazing.
It's very-
I just remember that being a huge thing. Like, neither of you were ever fully happy because you were kind of trying to meet in the middle, but that just like it
It's
shouldn't
so
even have to be an option. But
no. Yeah, we're just thinking about it. We're like, imagine if there was a boy girl twin and you told them to wear the same thing. Like, it would be like impossible
It's like,
to
Well,
agree.
I'm glad Maddie brought that up because I've seen your guys's like your band page or like personal pages, and I've gone like, wait, which one's Tanya?
Yeah.
From long enough ago, and I'm like, probably her. I can't
go
tell right
back,
now. So
we
now
don't
it's
even
like,
know.
Yeah, now like old photos of him, I'm like, oh my god, it's me. And I'm like, oh my god,
I know. I keep
what?
thinking old photos of me are Tanya.
So confusing.
It's kind of, once you get through the trauma of like the people who don't accept you or take a while to deal with it or blah blah blah, the freedom of just being who you are is so freaking awesome. It's just the best feeling.
It's
Oh
worth
my
it.
God.
Oh, it's worth all the suffering.
I think everyone should take that message home with them too. That All right. Well,
Yeah,
I'll
hell
let
yeah.
you guys go. Okay. Thanks for talking. And
Thanks
I
for having
know
us.
I love this. I'm I'm so excited to see your guys' upcoming shows. And thanks for taking this interview, guys.
Thank you so much for having us. You freaking rock. Rock on, Motor City.
Hell yeah.
Riffs.
Hell yeah!
Ow, ow.